Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Christina. Oh my gosh everyone, I'm back after a little long hiatus. She got some work done. Just kidding though, I just chopped my hair off and like worked out a little bit, lost some weight, redid my makeup skills, and baby we're back now girl. If you don't know who I am Christina. I'm a transgender teenager. I am that bitch. I'm sorry, I am. I exude bad bitchery. For me, my channel, I feel like back then, I was like, oh my god, my channel's so boring. Like, I would rewatch my videos, like, when getting back to the group. I was like, my channel's so boring. But girl, it's a different channel now. We're about to have more fun. I'm gonna get into the glam mama. I'm gonna get into the voice. And get into this little bobbed hair girl. It's supposed to be a better time girl. I'm gonna start posting, but today's video is another transgender video. I promise not my whole channel not be about being transgender, but everyone, if you want to get into today's video, we are gonna be talking about how to know if you're transgender. I know, how crazy. How would you know if you're transgender? I don't know. I'm cis. I don't know. I was born at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm just really excited to be back to filming today. See, my problem is I get really like dysphoric and I can't film. Like I didn't like looking at my makeup skills in the old videos. I was like, oh my god, it just didn't look like me. Like, I don't know, like I wasn't giving like Brixty. I didn't feel like myself in my other videos. I felt really nervous and just like, really just like kind of bullshitting everything as I went by. But now girl, I'm back. I'm gonna change this video. What is being transgender? There's been so much going on with the banning of drag bills, the banning of like transgender people, the eradication girl, and honestly, I agree with RuPaul. This is all a show because Republicans and conservatives out there just want to play with the dolls. And guess what, mama? It's always the Republicans and everyone else who wants the dolls. You know, it's always the conservative people who want to kill us and abolish us who really just want the dolls. So if you're here to spread hate, baby, please do. I love a battle in the comments. Like, what are you gonna do to me? I'm a transgender teenager. I had to go through high school. I can survive. Okay? But if you don't want to tag me, then girl, it's fine. Someone has to pay for these cheekbones, girl. I mean, come on. Again, let me get into this video. I'm like rambling on. I just really enjoy like making fast-paced videos. But let's get into this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. My Instagram is TSBrixtina, which is transsexual Brixtina. Or you can follow me on TikTok. It's Brixtina. I promise to be posting more. I don't know. I'm too amazing for that. I just can't do it. Honestly, I'm just too lazy. I just sit down all day, sleep, and I just have so much schoolwork that I'm just like going crazy. And oh my god, get into the nail. I mean, the nails are, but bitch, these nails are cute. I'm gonna get a new set though, probably by the next video. I'm not sure. Probably next week I'm gonna get a new set. Happy Easter if you celebrate it, and let's get to this video, everyone. So how do you know if you're transgender? I think a lot of people right now are so like, they don't know what to do, because I think a lot of people right now are able to express themselves freely, and society is better because we've been able to be who we want to be and just be grateful for ourselves. But like now it's definitely more acceptable. I mean, living as a teenager, a transgender woman, I definitely feel like I can survive life. I'm not nervous of people coming for me and being like rude to me because I'm a bad bitch. That wouldn't really matter. And if they did, mama, they just want to taste. It's true, which is still. So yeah, that's just how I feel. But how do you know if you're transgender? There's a lot of different key factors, which I do want y'all to know. Like, I cannot be like, oh my god, this is the one way you know you're transgender. Okay, there's many different ways. You can know from childbirth. You should know from when you're a baby. You can know from when you're 45, 80 years old. You know, womanhood is such a spectrum. And I know people get a little upset when people say womanhood is a spectrum, but it really is, just like manhood. There's feminine men, there's masculine men, there's male men, there's feminine woman, masculine woman, and like butch woman. Like there's so many people out there, non-binary, like come on girl, like this is 2023. If you're still stuck in the old ages, like come on. I always felt growing up that I always felt different. I necessarily think I was going to be trans because my whole life I grew up gender fluid. My parents were supportive. I never really had to fit the role of being a guy. I never had to fit the role of being a girl or anything. So I was always in the middle of my childhood. I always put up little makeup, be as flamboyant as I wanted. I realized I was trans because at the age of like 13, 14, I had to start dealing with the societal structures of being a guy. And that's something people don't talk about. You reach an age where you have to accept society. You're either going to live your life as a guy or girl. At a certain age, and society is going to start calling you sir, man, this, blah, blah, woman, girl. And you have to figure out, I don't align with this. Everyone, my whole life has said, you're just a gay person, you're just gay. I've never felt like that. The one time I came out, I didn't like it. I didn't like coming out as gay. I didn't feel it. I couldn't accept myself for some reason. Still, even though I knew I liked guys, I could never accept that I was that. And not being transgender, I just knew I was a woman girl. I mean, look at the material, girl. I'm a bitch. I'm in a puff sleeve. I mean, just get into it. I mean, come on. Like, I knew I was a girl. Like, I just always known I was a girl. I always wanted, like, I look at the mirror, I want big ass titties, I want a big old butt, tiny waist, all that, and just give glamour. You know, give like this, like, you know, just like super hot era, you know, that type of era. You know, I want that. That's so I've always wanted to be. So to me, I found that I couldn't fit into societal structure. It's that I knew that I was never going to fit in. Not because I couldn't be a guy, because I knew I was never meant to be a guy. I was born in the wrong body. I've never really liked my body. I've always had body dysmorphia. I've always been girly. I've only ever hung out with girls. I always was a girl. I always was a girl. In fact, none of my friends ever saw me as a guy. I always was a girl. Like, just who I am. I've always been growing up as a girl. Long hair, always like that. As a kid, I dressed more masculine, of course, but I guess now, like, this when I get to like middle school and all that, I was like, giving you like, bitch, a fish. Being transgender, there's so many different spectrums. Another thing I would say to know if you're transgender is like if you go to sleep at night and you're like, something's wrong, I don't love myself, I can't, you look at the mirror and you just see a girl, or there's something wrong with you, or you just feel like I'm not connected here to there, like what I'm seeing is not what I know I need to be seeing. That is a huge thing. If you can't look at yourself and love yourself for the guy you are or the girl you are, how are you gonna love anyone? How are you gonna love yourself if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I love who I am? I could never look at the mirror back in the day and be like, I love who I am. Because I always feel like I was painting on a persona of being bricks, but I wanted to be bricks at all times. Like, I really wanted my persona to be the persona I lived every life. And that's what I wanted to live my lifestyle. And I'm very honest with myself. I will never be a cis girl. I love being transgender, and I will never want to be a cis girl. A cis girl is, of course, natural born woman, because I know if there is a God or any higher being, I was meant to be transgender. I just know I am, and I will just say this: being transgender sucks. It is not easy. It is hard. It is mentally taxing. But you know, that's my life, and that's where you know the world has chosen my pathway to go, and I'm gonna keep supporting, and I'm gonna keep advocating. I'm gonna keep showing out, and I'm gonna keep playing, girl. Another thing to know if you're transgender, girl, let me tell you, being trans is, you don't just wake up one day and be trans. You cannot just do that. For me, the thoughts kept coming in my mind. And they kept coming in my mind. And they kept coming in my mind. And they kept coming and kept coming, and I couldn't fight them. And I remember I came out to my parents multiple different times, because I remember just telling my mom that I feel so different. And especially in COVID, I was able to explore myself, because I had that time to figure out who I was. And COVID was a really big opening for a lot of people, because there's in me, I was able to express, find, and explore my femininity, and be able to transition without anyone judging me and being that fear of, oh my god, I'm transitioning in front of everyone. First, I had to go back to school and everyone knew who I was. I mean, I don't live in a big town, so I mean, I live in Orange County, but it's more of a tiny sector of Orange County, so everyone knows each other, kind of. So, you know, it's more just like, I knew I went back to school transgender, I was already gonna be the talk of the town, but I didn't care, because I had already expressed my femininity in COVID. I knew who I was, I felt myself, and I wasn't scared. And I was so confident in my womanhood, and I knew this was my right pathway, that anyone who's ever said anything to me, I didn't care, because I knew I was transgender, and I knew I was a girl, and if they had a problem with that, that was on them, because they couldn't handle all this fabulosity right here that stands before you 1.5 years later. So yeah, I feel like being transgender is a big spectrum that everyone has to kind of fill in, and every transgender person is completely different. We all have our different ways. A lot of transgender girls like to live in the fantasy and a lot of this, and some people don't live in that fantasy. I like to live in my delusion. I like to live in the reality too. I know I'll never be a real girl, but I am myself. I identify as a girl. X chromosome, but baby, I'm an XY. I'm a bad bitch, and you can't tell me anything about it. And I live my life as a woman. No one ever thinks me as a guy and calls me girl. My legal name has changed. This is that. Womanhood is me. So, girl mama, that is what I'm going to say. And that's what I'm going to wrap this video on. Womanhood is what you make it. You make your experience. You make what you want to live. If you want the confidence to go up every day and wake up because you know your gender is wrong, and you wake up next morning and be like, bitch, I'm going to be blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be non-binary. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. Girl, you wake up and you feel it, and you don't let anyone take you down. Because the moment you get into your head and your inner saboteur, that's the moment where everything goes astray. And that's where I want to leave y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching. Again, if you're ever struggling with your gender, remember, don't chase gender. Gender will find you. Your womanhood, your manhood will find you, and you just have to grab it. If you don't want to grab it, then you're going to keep running for it. Grab it one day. Why wait? Why wait to be happy? If you really can't do it, then just know in your mind that you already have your destination. You just have to walk a little bit more. I love y'all so much. Please like and subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram, TS Christina, TikTok, everyone. I'm so excited to be back, girl. And girl, come on. I've been posting a lot of shorts and y'all been watching them, so thank y'all so much. And girl, I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. I love y'all so much. I really do. And I'm like beyond excited to be back. Please like and subscribe, you know, do the most. And I'm just gonna point out, look at the lashes today. Use my code BRICKS20 for 20% off Velour Beauty. I haven't said that in like 2 years, girl. But y'all have been using my code, like ever since I came back, y'all have been using my code. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just saying, if you want to use my code, I get 20% off your lashes, and I do make a commission from it, but the commission does go back to it. I mean, look at, that commission money was able to get me a camera, lighting, this background. So thank y'all so much, and I can't wait to share even more stories, and I'm going to share why I was gone this month, because girl, I got my old job back, connected with some old friends. I was doing crazy shit, honestly, girl. So I'll see y'all later. Stop looking at me. It's time to end. Y'all just are obsessed. Like, yeah. I love y'all so much. Mwah.
Let's destroy them.